and welcome to day 4 of the Seamless Shifting Challenge. Congratulations for getting this far. It's so awesome, and I'm sure your shifting is improving. So today we're talking about different finger shifts. And what are different finger shifts? Different finger shifts are when you start with one finger, but you end up on another finger. So a different finger, that's why it's called a different finger shift. Now, when you're first learning your different finger shifts, you want to keep what I call a ghost note in there, okay? So what is the ghost note? A ghost note would be, for this exact example of shifting from B to E, first to third, you would be shifting like a same finger shift, but then play your second finger afterwards. So that D is what I call the ghost note, and then we go to the E. That way, you make sure you're truly shifting to the position, all right? Not to second finger in third position. I know that sounds kind of interesting, what I just said, but a lot of violinists shift to a note, to a pitch, but they don't think what position they're in, and they're only shifting to a note. So then their hand could be in anywhere. It's not set up solidly. But if you think, okay, I'm shifting from first to third, and it's the second finger, if you think that way, then your hand is in third position and your finger is more likely going to be in tune than just shifting, okay, from B to E, all right? So I want to think about the position that you're shifting to. Now, with that being said, you really need to know the lay of the land. I say this all the time. You have to know the lay of the land before you shift there. So if say you're shifting from second to sixth position, if you are not familiar with sixth position at all, your shift is kind of probably going to be out of tune because you don't know sixth position, you don't know where it is, and this is kind of violinists come across this a lot in orchestral playing. They may be playing some music where they're not familiar with those specific positions. For example, a student that is studying and maybe is in 5th grade and is in a school orchestra, maybe they don't know sixth position, but they have to play it in their school orchestra, then they would actually benefit from some position training before playing sixth position in the orchestra. So it's really good to focus in and study on each position and spend time there. Doesn't matter if you're a newbie, if you're intermediate, if you're advanced, if you're professional, we all need to spend some wonderful comfy cozy time in positions to stay really familiar with them, okay? So with that being said, know the lay of the land of where you're shifting to. So if you're a violinist that only knows first and third position, really know your third and just practice shifting from first to third, okay? So with these different finger shifts, all right? So when you shift from the old finger, you need to relax that finger, do your same finger shift, and then place down the new finger. Then eventually you're going to have that ghost note disappear, okay? All right, now when you're first learning the shifts to a new finger, you have the ghost note, and then you play the finger. Now, when you have it more advanced, you will be going from the first finger to the new finger without having that ghost note there, okay? But when you're first learning different finger shifts, you do want to practice that ghost note. So that would be the same for if you're going to B to F sharp. We would play the same finger shift, 1 to B to D, and then set down the third finger for your F sharp. Then eventually get rid of that ghost note. Okay, you get rid of it, but the thing is that finger is still going up as your guide. It's going to shift up and release in the place that it would have stayed down, if that makes sense. So our same finger shift, it stays down, but in the different finger shift, you release that first finger, unless you're holding your fingers down for whatever reason, but you do release the old finger while you play the new finger. Okay, so like I said, unless you are working in scales and you are playing up in upper register, you do want to keep your fingers down. It's really important to keep your fingers down. So you're playing a G major scale and you're shifting from third to sixth. Okay, you want to keep that finger down so you can come back to it. Okay, and actually for the 5th day of the challenge, we are specifically going to be talking about different finger shifts within 3-octave scales, okay? And how to isolate your shifting within your pieces. So if you aren't playing 3-octave scales, don't worry, there's gonna be a little bit of something for you in the day 5 of the challenge. So your challenge today is to play through the exercise of different finger shifts and inspect your different finger shifts if you're more advanced, and if you are a newbie, to enjoy the process of the ghost note and then saying goodbye to the ghost note. So for day 4 of the challenge, head on over to the Facebook study group and let us know how it worked out for you with the different finger shifts and your little ghost note. If you'd like to post a video, we would love to see you practicing your different finger shifts. So have fun, and I'll see you on day 5. Ciao!